Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And for this video, I'm going to be going over some things that I want to see being added to Black Ops 4, as well as some things that I want to see being removed from Black Ops 4 within the brand new 1.11 update that we are due to receive within the next couple of days to the next couple of weeks. If you guys do want to see a no specialist playlist being added to Black Ops 4, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like on the video. I'm kind of curious how many of you guys are actually wanting to see this being added to the game. It's something that has been popped up on my comment section, something that I've discussed on live stream, as well as some things that have been tweeted at me on Twitter, and I'm really curious to see how many of you guys actually would like this game mode being brought to the game. Also, comment down below one thing you guys want to see being added to Black Ops 4, whether that be a DLC weapon, a score streak, a perk, and also one thing you guys want to see being removed from the game that you just cannot absolutely stand. Now, with all that being said, let's get right on track for this video. It's going to be on some things that I want to see being added and removed within Black Ops 4. Now, number one, what I want to see being added to the game, now I know I've mentioned this before, but I really do believe we need it being added to the game, is a VSAT score streak. We need to be able to see enemy players in real time, whether they have Ghost on or not. I believe this is going to speed up the game tremendously, and quite honestly, I feel like a lot more players are going to be inclined to play the game due to the fact that they're going to be giving some added, awareness for the map, some added awareness within gameplay. If you guys get a certain amount of score to be able to receive a VSAT or a hater style score streak that shows enemy player movements in real time, whether they have Ghost on or not. I think a lot of players can agree with me on this, that a VSAT or a hater would be a fantastic addition to Black Ops 4, and I just don't see why we cannot have this being added to the game. Now, another thing I want to see being added to Black Ops 4, and this is something that a lot of you guys have also been requesting, is I need and I want them to be able to switch out the featured game modes every single week, and I also want to see some type of endurance or chaos mosh pit within the featured tabs at all times. Now, the reasoning as to why I want to see this in the featured tabs at all time is because it actually speeds up the gameplay. Now, obviously, I think everybody would rather play a 6v6 match over a 5v5 match. There's more players on the map, there's more people to kill, there's more score to be had, and quite honestly, the games are just a lot more fast paced. And on top of that, by them adding an endurance and a chaos mosh pit to the game, you're actually being able to unlock your battle pass tiers a lot quicker in your mind, because the matches are lasting a lot longer. So that's less games that you actually have to play and compete to actually go ahead and level up that tier set. Even if you're not a good player, having these endurance or chaos mosh pits are a fantastic addition to the game, because you're able to get more kills than you normally would, more score than you normally would, and you will be able to level up your battle pass a lot faster, because it's going to be, in your mind, you're playing less games to complete it, so it's going to be less of a strain to grind out the 100 tiers per battle pass that we currently have to do right now for the game. I think that having these modes as a staple is a fantastic idea. Currently, what Treyarch has done is they kind of put the stapled game modes as Mercenary Deathmatch and Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit, which are cool, but I think they should either be swapping out maybe Endurance Domination and Hardpoint, maybe Chaos Domination or Hardpoint, Chaos, Kill Confirmed, maybe even 100-point TDM, hell, maybe even 1,000-point Domination. Some type of variation of these game modes needs to be added in, and kind of being a stapled game mode within the featured tab, as well as some type of new game mode, or maybe even a recycled game mode, but something that actually is swapped out every single week for the main featured playlist, and not have it be the same playlist, for an entire month straight. I don't think that's a very smart idea behind Treyarch, and I think they need to switch this up to allow players to kind of experience some more game modes, and also give players an ability to get more kills, more score, and level up that battle pass tier in their mind a lot faster than they normally would in a regular 5v5 match. Now, another thing that I want them to see being added to Black Ops 4 is I think they should go ahead and rework the Battle Pass tiers. I feel that they should drop the level of DLC weapons from like the higher tier unlocks like 50, 75 to 100, allow them to actually be obtainable a lot sooner. Honestly, in my personal opinion, the DLC weapons should not go past tier 50 due to the fact that not that many players have that much time to grind out the Battle Pass tiers. I think it'd be a lot more fair of a system if it's only going to take 50 tiers to unlock maybe 2 to 3 weapons, as opposed to actually having to grind out the entire pass to tier 100 to get maybe 1 or 2 DLC weapons once you get to tier 50. I think this is a fair solution. Matter of fact, I think this would actually encourage more people to play the game, just for the fact that even though, you know, a tier grinding system does take time, which honestly it should, but it should be within a reasonable time frame that, you know, your average player who does not have 6 to 10 hours to play the game per day can actually receive the DLC weapons. Because honestly, I have very rarely ran across players that are running around the Damon 3XP and the SWAT RFT, and it's been about 3 to 4 weeks since those weapons have came out, and that's honestly kind of alarming. So I feel that they should drop the tier level that the weapons are at and kind of reduce them back so more players have access to the DLC weapons without actually having to grind the game out for hours on end every single day, and more importantly, without actually having to spend COD points to get their tiers leveled up, because nobody likes to spend COD points like that on the game. Now, another thing that I want to see being added to Black Ops 4, and let me know down in the comment section below if you guys agree with me on this, is I actually want them to bring in kind of a OG map pack. Now, hear me out. I believe a lot more players would rather spend $15, maybe even $30 if all of the Black Ops 1, the Black Ops 2, and the Black Ops 3 maps were all kind of remastered, maybe even just reskinned and put into Black Ops 4 for maybe $15 to $30. By that being done, I feel that people would actually buy it because, you know, all the maps for those games, majority of the maps are good. So I feel that if people kind of understand and have already played the maps, they know that they flow well, they know that they could get, you know, a lot of kills, a lot of score, and most importantly, have a lot of fun playing on the maps, I think they'd be more inclined to buy the DLC. So I feel that this would be actually a pretty cool map pack to bring into the game, as opposed to maybe even, you know, just releasing 2 maps that, you know, people really aren't even gonna play. Because honestly, if you guys are unaware, DLC 1 has actually already came out for Black Ops 4. There was 2 maps, Madagascar and some other map that honestly don't even know the name because they're just, people just weren't even really talking about them. And quite honestly, I haven't even downloaded the map packs yet, and I even have the season pass. So I feel like they should just bring back some kind of OG maps, you know, bring them into the game, maybe reskin them, you know, brighten them up, brighten the colors, the textures up, and kind of put them in the Black Ops 4, because I think a lot of people would actually enjoy to play, you know, these type of maps on Black Ops 4, and I think they would actually play rather well. Let me know if you guys kind of agree with me on that. This is kind of a stretch, but I feel that these type of DLCs would do a lot better as opposed to just dropping 2 to 3 random maps that honestly players just don't really care to even have, you know, on their disc and waste disk space. Now, I'm gonna go over into some things that I want to see being removed within Black Ops 4, and honestly, I think they need to rework the specialists within this game. Now, I asked you guys to kind of give your opinions on a no specialist playlist, but if we do not get a no specialist playlist, I feel that the specialists should be actually reworked. I think you should have to waste a token to use the specialist gear of your specialist, or they can go into a route where you either have to pick one or the other, whether it be the specialist weapon or the specialist gear. So my example would be, if you were to pick the battery specialist, you could either A, have the war machine, or B, have the cluster grenade. You can't have both. Or if you want to take, you know, Ajax, you would A, have to take the 9-bang, or B, take the riot shield. One or the other. I don't think having two of them is very balanced within this game, and I think that a lot of people can agree with me and get behind this movement that you either A, have to sacrifice a token to use the gear with your specialist weapon, or you have to pick and choose, do you want to have the specialist weapon or the specialist gear choice. This is kind of how it was during Black Ops 3, and that kind of kept the specialist from becoming as overpowered. But as of right now, in my opinion, some of the specialists, especially the specialists that have double lethals, are just too overpowered, and it kind of creates an imbalance in the game, and it's actually, in my opinion, causing a lot of players to kind of stop playing Black Ops 4 just because they're dying to just straight specialists, and there really is nothing that they could do about it within the game. So let me know what you guys want to see, if you guys want to see this being added to the game, or I should say being removed from the game, something kind of changed up, because I feel that this is something that a lot of players can kind of get behind and kind of, you know, appreciate this type of update and this type of meta change within Black Ops 4. Like, let me know if you guys think this is kind of like a good change in pace. That's like kind of like the only complaint that I have within the game that I want them to see being removed, is honestly the specialists and kind of them reworking the pick 10 system. Let me know if you guys agree with this list that I kind of listed off. Now I'm actually gonna go transition to Blackout, because I do actually play Blackout, and I kind of have some of my own opinions on what I want to see being added and removed from Blackout. Now, what I want to see them do with Blackout is I want them to actually have some new featured game modes within Blackout. I feel like Fast Collapse needs to be added to Blackout, as well as I think they need to bump the player count to 100 across the board. Now, this is something that I know a lot of the Blackout community can get behind and agree behind, because Blackout right now, they really are not updating it as much as they should. They've been doing a lot better as of recently, but they need to go ahead and just kind of add in some more modes like Fast Collapse, maybe even add a 50v50, something new, something to switch up the gameplay and make it so 100 players are in each and every solos, duos, and quads match, no matter what, so people can actually play with more subscribers. There's more people to take out on the map, and it's going to be a little bit more fast paced. Now, what I also want them to see and kind of remove from Blackout is, honestly, I think they need to redo how many throwables you can have per class. Now, in my opinion, there's no reason why you should be able to have 3 cluster grenades, you know, 3 stuns, stuff like that. That's a little bit overpowered, and I think they need to redo how many you can have per, you know, kit. I think you should only have 2 to 3 throwables at all, you know, for an entire backpack. I don't think you should be able to have 3 clusters, 3 stuns. That's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It kind of makes like the end game, you know, less skilled, because it's just down the line who has reinforced and who has the most throwables. Yeah, I think that's just kind of ridiculous. Also, what I want them to do is kind of rework Dead Silence and Scholar, as well as Awareness. Personally, I think Awareness should be removed from Blackout, because in my opinion, it kind of slows the game down. Dead Silence, honestly, a lot of people have their own opinions on Dead Silence. I think it's fine, but maybe kind of reduce the amount of time you have it for, as well as definitely reduce the speed that you can crouch walk with Scholar. And in my opinion, Awareness just needs to be taken out the entire game. Now, also with Blackout, I want them to kind of vault the level 3 body armor to only the airdrops. I feel like that would be the best possible solution, because level 3 body armor with the repair kit, all you're really hearing in Blackout is and then, you know, armor's breaking. That's seriously all you hear on Blackout, and I think that they need to go ahead and kind of put that only in the airdrops, so it's a high risk, high reward, that if you actually get lucky, or if you actually fight people off to get the airdrops, you can use that level 3 body armor. Hope you guys do, you know, agree with this video. These are going to be the things that I want them to add and remove within Black Ops 4 within the brand new 1.11 update. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Deuces.
Keep it tight and by the numbers.
There we go, got the nuclear.
Assault pack right here.
Let's get some nuclear hype in the chat, man. My man's like, nice work in the chat, in the game. That's so cool that you can do that. Because I got the nuclear. That's crazy. Dude. This my dude, this Can class setup is god tier, bro. Yes. If this had FMJ, bro, this would be, oh man. Literally the only negative this gun doesn't have FMJ, but like it's melts. If they don't have body armor, this thing melts. I'll take this over the Vapor any day.
Driving RCXD. Assault pack's down. Come get it.
Flawless. 66. Thought I had way more kills, but thought I had way more kills. 66 and 0. It's not bad. I'll take it.
You make this look easy.
I thought I had way more kills.